Good evening. I'd like to call our meeting to order tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I'd like to lead us in our prayer, and right from the prayer, we'll go into the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. McCullum, call roll, please.
All right. Councilman Roberts.
Here.
President Logan.
Here.
Councilman Hinton.
Here.
Councilman Davis.
Here.
Councilman Hogg.
Here.
Item 4 is under presentations. We have one from the mayor's office, very special presentation out of Mayor Aaron's office. So, Mayor, we're going to give you the floor and allow you to go forward with your proceeding.
Thank you, President Logan. We are very fortunate tonight to have with us our new city judge and city prosecutor. Our new city judge replaces Judge Wayne Williams, who served with us for 39 years. And we're looking for Mr. Patterson to do the same thing. I won't be around, but hopefully he will be here for 39 years. But we are want to welcome Paul Patterson as our city judge and Rachel Robertson as our prosecutor. And if y'all would just stand up. And they have their beautiful little families with them, and we are so proud to have them. And they both have strong ties to Northport, very strong ties that make them even more special.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for the time that you will be committed to helping the citizens. Thank you so much. Item 5 is approval of our agenda. In our pre-meeting, it was discussed that there was a deletion request of item 8B4. Items 8B4, that's a resolution of a temporary nature regarding the community branding and logo development project. Again, that's given council more time to actually go through and make formal recommendations to the full body. Again, this was a request to delete item 8B4. Is there a motion to approve the agenda with the deletion?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Davis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
New business 8A1 is a first reading amendment to the flood damage prevention ordinance. Again, this is time sensitive due to a deadline request to get our report in by March 1st. Again, Mr. McCullum or Mr. Varnon, if you wanted to add something to this.
Judge, you want to explain that, please?
Yes, sir. The state updated their flood damage prevention ordinance, and we're required to update our local ordinance to be in compliance with the state's. We have to have this approved and to the state no later than March 6th. And we ask that you suspend the rules to allow passage tonight.
All right, thank you, Doug. Again, it's the request from the staff has been to suspend the rules to immediately consider the action on the agenda item. Is there a motion to suspend the rules in order to do so?
I move to suspend the rules.
That's a motion by Councilman Hogg. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Motion is carried and rules have been suspended. Is there a motion to adopt the order of the updated flood damage prevention ordinance to comply with the latest version of the Alabama State Model Flood Damage Prevention Ordinance?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Roberts. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Davis. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Second item is the first reading of an ordinance for the demolition of an unsafe structure located at 2101 24th Street. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. The building inspectors have found this structure to be unsafe and danger to the public health, and we are recommending the structure be demolished. All necessary procedures have been followed, and this is for a first reading.
Thank you. Is there a member of council wanted to offer this up for a first reading?
I'll offer that.
That's offered up by Councilman Hogg. Third item is a first reading of an ordinance amending the Northport Municipal Code pertaining to the proper disposal of city property. Mr. Davis.
Yes, Mr. President, this is being done at the request of, Sprader. He wanted to, and I agree with him, to quit having council have to vote on disposal of various items of little or no significance. What this does is, it's first reading only tonight. If you look at it, it was in your box, and the department heads are looking at it, that it allows the routine personal property to be handled internally. It's written, it would be submitted by the department head for review and approval by the city administrator. The council would remain involved in any matters involving real property, and those matters involving personal property would be donated or sold to some person or individual, other than like routine sale of automobile. If something's out of the ordinary, for example, on vehicles, we do sell those. We either sell them as scrap if they can't drive to the sale, or we run them through the auction, one or the other. So those kind of things would be handled internally, but anything out of the ordinary on personal property, such as donation to a volunteer fire department, or I think the last council meeting, you donated 2 old patrol cars to Stillman College, something like that, that would still come before you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Davis. Is there a member of council wanted to offer this up for a first reading?
I'll offer it up.
That's offered up by Councilman Hinton. Fourth item is a first reading amendment to the section 1107 pertaining to annexations. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. Currently, any land that is annexed into the city receives an AG, agricultural zoning designation. The Planning Commission is recommending that we change that ordinance and any newly annexed land be zoned RS1, which is our most restrictive single-family residential zoning. The petitioner would also have the ability to request a different zoning, but those requests would still have to meet any rezoning ordinances that we have.
Thank you. Is there a member of council wanted to offer this up for a first reading?
I'll offer it up.
That's offered up by Councilman Davis. Item 5 is a first reading amendment to table 4-1 of the zoning ordinance. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. This amendment would change the allowable zones that you could have an office warehouse or a mini storage mini warehouse. And the proposal is to move those to a conditional use approval in C6 and a permitted use in M1 zones. That does come with a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission.
All right, thank you. Is there a member of council wanted to offer this up for a first reading?
I'll offer that up.
That's offered by Councilman Roberts. Item 6 is a first reading of conditional use to allow placement of fill material within the floodway fringe located at the corner of 30th Avenue and 17th Street. Ms. Ram.
So this request comes from IMS Development. They are requesting conditional use approval at the southwest corner of 17th Street and 30th Avenue. They are proposing to place fill material in the floodplain, making the property more conducive for development. Let's see, the total acreage is 13.7 acres. And just for your point of reference, this is the old Holman lumber site on 30th Avenue.
All right, thank you. Is there a member of council wanted to offer this up for a first reading?
I'll offer that.
That's offered up by Councilman Hogg. 8B1 is a resolution declaring certain items and equipment surplus and authorizing the proper disposal. Chief Marshal.
Yes, sir. These items have reached their useful lifespan. They range from old fire hose to outdated breathing air bottles.
All right, thank you. Is there a member of council wanted to offer this resolution for approval?
Motion to approve.
That's a motion by Councilman Hogg. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Roberts. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Councilman Hall.
Yes.
Second item is a resolution authorizing our city administrator's office to enter into an agreement with Taylor Power Systems at Fire Station 1. Chief Marshal.
Yes, sir, Mr. President, Mayor, and members of council. This is for a preventive maintenance agreement for our emergency generator located here at City Hall.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
Make the motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Hinton. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Davis. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Councilman Hall.
Yes.
Third item is a resolution awarding bid file 19-18 for wastewater treatment plant sludge removal. Mr. Webb.
President Logan, this is a 3-year bid to remove sludge from the wastewater plant. It's about a 3.8% increase over the last 3-year cycle.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the resolution awarding the bid file?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Davis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hogg. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item 4, ladies and gentlemen, was removed earlier in our meeting. Item 4 was deleted. Item C is our consent agenda. They are 13 items. They range from minutes of the previous meeting, bill listings, travel and training for various departments. Is there a member of council wanted to offer the consent agenda for approval?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Roberts. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Davis. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Mr. McCullum.
Councilman Roberts.
Yes.
President Logan.
Yes.
Councilman Hinton.
Yes.
Councilman Davis.
Yes.
Councilman Hogg.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item 10, public hearings. We have none formally on the agenda. Item 11, city administrator's business. Mr. McCullum.
We continue to work on getting our streets evaluated. We feel very good that we're gonna meet our deadline of first meeting in March, and we should be in a position to let you know what roads have been evaluated, how they're rated, so we can place priorities on them.
Thank you. Item 12, departmental business. We have none formally on the agenda. Item 13, public comment. We have one citizen signed to speak. Ms. Kay Holden.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Kay Holden, 3010 Natchez Landing Court, Northport, Northwood Lake. I'm here on behalf of Northwood Lake HOA. I want to say it was amazing. Last meeting I came, almost all things have been resolved. The one outstanding item, which I didn't leave you my number, was the putting the center lines on Northwood Lake Drive West. I'm not sure if you've heard anything.
Well, the weather hadn't been real conducive.
That's what I said. I was just curious if we're going to get them when the weather gets better.
It's held the agenda.
Perfect. And with that, we had our annual meeting and something did come up, and we have asked for it in the past, but I think that we've got a good group here. We'll try it again. The lines right there, when you turn on Northwood Lake Drive West, right off of 69, and you get ready, you can turn left and go into the Publix parking lot or go straight. All the lines are very faded. I have pictures. I can send them to Brooke or whoever, but while you're painting, I have had several people request, because when people turn left sometimes to go in Publix, those lines aren't there, so they kind of get a little close, and we could get a few fender benders. So, like I said, Brooke replied immediately to many requests, because the water washout has been bad in our neighborhood. And again, on Bayview Court, she fixed this, or her team fixed this, I think it was just in 2019, early in the spring. But it is washed out again on Bayview Court, right there into our, I call it our swamp. It goes across. They fixed it, but we don't feel like the culvert's probably big enough to handle the water. It wasn't just this past rainy season. It's washed out before. This is the second time, and her riprap stayed, but all the dirt's gone. There's nothing there. So I'll send that to Brooke for her to follow up on. I understand that you're working on the paving of the roads, and I always get a lot of questions from my residents about how do we get our roads, submitted to be looked at. I know I've asked Brooke in the past about Overlake Circle, and Brooke seemed to. Her recollection of Overlake Circle out there is it's not even considered a road. I know that they do deliver mail on it, but it does appear to be more of a driveway, but there are like 4 houses on it. And it is in horrible condition, because it hasn't been touched probably in 15 years. There's no patching or anything on that. So if you tell me how to get that on the agenda for next year, because I'm sure it's too late this year, I'd like to be able to get that one on the list to just be looked at.
Brooke, you familiar with it? I am. Okay. Very good.
Okay. And we appreciate it very much. And the city engineer came out and looked at our Emerald Bay area, and we appreciate it. Wasn't the answer we wanted, but we appreciate we got an answer, and he did a great job. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Holden. No further citizens signed to speak. We'll move into item 14, mayor and council members' business. I'll start with the Honorable Mayor Donna Aaron.
I just have a few things to say as far as public works and engineering and even PD and fire, that I do not know how they worked the last couple of days during all this rain. I mean, they were out there pouring down rain, knee-deep, and I know all of them were soaking wet. I saw our garbage men go by, and they had to have been soaked clear through. And I just want to say how much I appreciate the work they've done, and I appreciate the good work they've done, and how they have, especially with drainage and overflow, as we've talked about, we have not been in the news for once about having some sort of negative thing. It's unfortunate that it's not been positive, but anyway, I want to just say thank you for all the hard work you did, and pass it along to your folks that were in the trenches, because y'all did an excellent job, and I'm afraid you're going to be tested again. Thank you for what you do. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mayor. District 1, Councilman Roberts.
I have nothing tonight.
Thank you. District 2, under my business, again, I'll give everybody an update on MLK. The designs are 70% complete. FHWA has found a possible workaround plan, so this is very good news. So you will be getting something formally from our engineering staff of BKI pretty soon, hopefully council and mayor to act on it if council's consideration to do so. Again, it's a workaround potential plan so where we can shave off some time on the actual approval process. So right now, again, there's a possible workaround solution, but I also wanted to move into another request for council to consider looking at a few potential road improvement projects. I do know, Mayor, you touched on it a little bit, so I'll dovetail on what you were mentioning regarding all the excess rain that we've had and the flooding that's uncontrollable. But I do know that a lot of citizens have kind of asked us about looking at maybe some road improvement projects down the road, such as Main Avenue, maybe to improve that road, maybe Bridge Avenue, because you've got some potential development. And I mean 3rd Street improvement in front of Riverside Middle School. So again, council, mayor, if you guys would really look at in the next couple weeks or so to move quickly, I guess with purpose, either through projects committee to look and see if we can have some engineering firms locally kind of give us some windshield costs. If that makes sense. So we can see what we're looking at. So if we do need to budget, we can do so in a manner that's thoughtful and planned out. So again, I'm throwing it out there. Bridge Avenue improvements, again, you've got some potential development there moving forward. Main Avenue goes without saying. It's 1.6 miles long, so you know, you just think of the price tag on that one, but we'll do what we need to do. 3rd Street, again, that's one that we're looking at, maybe potential improvement and development. Even Hospital Drive, maybe doing something different and out of the box on that one. So again, I'll forward this to the appropriate committees, and I look forward to coming to speak to those respective committees. That's all the business I have. District 3, Councilman Hinton.
I have nothing tonight for my district, but I believe that what you were mentioning there is being part of the evaluation of the city roads. Is it not, Mr. McCullough, too?
Yes, that's part of that is.
All right. That's all the business? Yeah. Thank you. District 4, Councilman Davis.
Okay, thank you, President Logan. Last week I received a nice little note from a Miss Pat Gregg. For those that don't know, that's Mr. Freeman's daughter. And she just sent a nice little note, a word of thanks to staff that took the time out to sit down and talk to them. So if any member of staff, judge, if y'all sat down and talked with her, she really appreciated y'all's time. But that's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman. District 5, Councilman Hogg.
I don't have anything tonight.
Thank you. Item 15 is adjournment, ladies and gentlemen. Is there a member of council wanted to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make that motion.
That's a motion by Councilman Roberts, second by Councilman Davis. All in favor, please say yes.
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 All opposed, same sign. We adjourn, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Yes. I love staying here.
I wasn't trying to contradict you, but I thought that these were some of the ones that he's been looking at. I know, exactly. And listen, I guarantee you that Main Avenue and those streets you mentioned are very, very important. And I've thrown that out too. Get some of that done. You know, looking at totality.